You were asked about mother's mental health and suicidal tendencies and those kinds of things. Why did you think it would be okay to have children with her, even though she had those tendencies or unstable issues?
问题是说，你知道母亲在精神方面可能有问题，同时母亲有这个自杀的倾向，在这种知道她精神有问题、有自杀倾向的情况之下，你为什么还觉得跟她一起找代孕来生孩子是可以的？
Objection, Your Honor. Assuming facts not established.
Well, I'm going to rule that objection. He's testified that he believed she had these issues. Understanding, I'm taking that for what it's worth. And why did you proceed to have children with her anyway?
好，请你回答，你为什么还知道她有状况，心理状况，你还是跟她继续决定用代孕的方式来生孩子？为什么？
首先，我觉得一个心理状态有问题的人，并不代表他不配拥有生孩子的权利。
First of all, anybody with mental problem does not mean that this person should not have the right.
He's using the children.
Okay, hold on a second. We've got something. I don't know who is just blurted out here, but I'm gonna in a minute, and maybe Mr. Leanne, we'll have to figure out how to get you in here, but we'll have to close the WebEx meeting if we keep having these problems. Okay. So
you want to repeat what you just
could
said?
You, yeah,
okay.
Please, sorry.
He said a person with a mental problem does not mean that this person should not have the right to be a parent.
其次，当我和他在一起之后，我有把他往一个好的方向去引导，让他的身心得到更健康。
Secondly, when we were together, I tried to get her to guide a better mental health situation. So I think that can also be helpful.
第三点是因为当我和他在一起的时候，我非常的爱他。
Thirdly, because when we were together, I loved her very much.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
I have nothing further.
还没有问题了。
Okay. Thank you. Maybe let Mr. Zheng step down.
张先生，你可以。
Your Honor, can I ask one recross? I apologize.
I don't usually allow. I don't think recross would be helpful. And I don't usually allow recross in these proceedings, so I'm going to not allow any recross. Okay, Mr. Zheng, why don't you step down? Thank you. I think we can take that iPad back too if you want to. I don't. I think we can take that iPad back too if you want to. I don't. So, Ms. Hogan, is that your case?
That is, yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. Ms. DeVries, are you going to call your rebuttal witness?
Your Honor, I would rather reserve my time for closing if we need to end at 1:30.
Well, I think we moved our hearing, did we? Yeah, we moved it so that we'd have a little bit of extra time. So I've got another hour or so, right? Okay. 2:30. I've moved the afternoon hearings to 2:30.
Great.
So do you want to call your witness?
Okay, let me see if she's out in the hallway. Just 1 second. I'd like to call Colleen McManaman. She just came into the courtroom.
Say it again?
I'm sorry. I'd like to call Colleen McManaman.
Okay, terrific. All right. You'll just take the stand, please. Low. You can just go right in there. And if you would raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the information you'll give this court is the truth? Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. And if you'll have a seat, make yourself comfortable. And when you're ready, if you'll please state your name and spell your last name, please. Colleen McManaman, Colleen, capital MC, capital MANAMON. Okay, great. Go ahead, Mr. Reed.
Thank you. I just have a couple brief questions. Were you the parenting supervisor for the parties here today?
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall the dates of the date of the first visit?
March 10th, maybe? It was the beginning of March.
Yeah.
Sorry.
During that, while you acted as the parenting time supervisor on March 10th, did mother tell you she was going to feed the children a marshmallow?
No.
What did mother tell you regarding the marshmallow?
Mother the marshmallows were individually wrapped, and so there was a crinkly noise. I thought mother was going to feed the marshmallow and went to ask father if it was okay. When I went back to tell mother not to feed it, she said, no, I'm not feeding it. It's to play with.
Okay. And during that first visit, in your opinion, could the children see their father throughout that first visit?
The beginning of the visit, no. Father was not inside the park area. Father came in, photos being taken, and everybody was polite and erased the photos. And then father and grandmother went over and sat on a chair. I'm not very good at distance, and I don't know how far a child can see, but Luca did keep going towards where father was.
Okay.
So my assumption was he could see him, but I might be incorrect about that.
Did you tell the parties at any point in time that no pictures were allowed to be taken of the children?
Once father told me that no pictures were allowed, everybody agreed no pictures were allowed.
But that wasn't your policy?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I had.
Thank you. Any questions, Ms. Hogan?
Didn't you have a contract for services relating to the supervision?
I did. Okay. I do. I have a contract.
And isn't there a paragraph that says no electronic?
There is a paragraph that talks about no electronics. That's correct.
With respect to the visit, did there come a time when the children were having difficulty interacting with mother?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. I called this endorsement splitting as a rebuttal witness. I asked 4 questions that was outside the scope of my examination.
Ms. Hogan, I think she'd have the right to call her. Well, I don't know. Do you have any, Ms. Hogan?
The question directly relates to whether father was interfering with or affecting the visit, which is what counsel asked Ms. McManaman about.
Your Honor, I believe I asked if the children could see their father. I did not ask or imply that he was interfering.
You know, I guess I'd like to hear the answer, so why don't you ask the question?
Okay. Well, first of all, let me back up. How long was the visit?
The first visit, I believe, may have been scheduled for 2 hours.
Okay. And did it last the full 2 hours?
It was broken up, right? The children played for a little bit, probably the first at least 20 minutes, maybe almost 30. They were playing with toys that mother brought, bubbles and balls, and then there was the incident with the cameras. Then the children then got upset, and so it was hard to calm them. And I and Mom wanted Dad to come and calm the children because nobody wanted the kids to be stressed.
Okay.
So it was broken up.
During that time, was Mother able to calm the children?
No.
Okay. And was Father able to calm the children?
Yes.
And after Father calmed the children, did the visit resume in terms of interaction or playing with Mother?
Father agreed that he and Grandma would play with the children on the playground with me. And after a few minutes, once the children were calmed, Father and Grandmother walked away from the play area, and Mother came over with her assistant and started playing with the children.
Okay. And about how long did that last?
Luca did not last very long. Luca, the little boy, didn't last maybe 10 minutes, if that. I read my notes this morning, but of course, you know, your brain goes a little bit. I don't want to exaggerate.
Was there ever a point in that visit that Father interfered or acted in a way that was disruptive to facilitating time between the mother and children?
No.
Was it helpful to have Father there?
Yes.
If Father had not been there, would things have gone as well?
Objection, speculation.
Yeah, I'm going to sustain that.
No.
Okay, hang on a second. Chris, we've got something going on the screen. Just a second. I think we're going to need to close off this. We'll have to figure out how to get Mr. Mann here, but okay. All right. Any follow-up questions?
Just one. At any time during either visit, was Mother inappropriate with the children?
No.
Do you believe, based on what you observed, that Mother was trying her best to comfort the children?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. McManus. Good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right. Okay. So, anything else? Any rebuttal? Further rebuttal?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Okay, so do we want to have let's talk about some closing arguments. And I'm happy to take on what the evidence showed and what I should do. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Beaver.
1 second.